It is like a finger pointing away to the moon.
Thinking is medieval. They are asking all the wrong questions.
I'm sure. Good luck on that subway ride home, you miserable, ugly f***ing wives.
People don't know what they want until you show it to them.
Trust me, I'm not driving a 7 Series without strippers.
I think I read Warren Buffett say something like that. Right.
Who's Warren Buffett?
I'm tired.
Welcome home.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome into the dojo.
And I'm kind of, I think that milkshake made me a little bit drunk, so that's cool.
Yes, there's a lot of alcohol in that. I did that on purpose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so yeah, I brought the Havana Club back from Portugal, and then you made a bunch of milkshakes with it.
Yeah.
And they're real fucking ripped.
Yeah, they're real ripped.
Yeah.
And there's little chunks of chocolate in there and little Reese's cups.
Oh, I found them, yeah.
Yeah, it was
really
good.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I haven't slept since I got back.
Yeah, which was twice. You went to New York.
Yeah, so I did NFT. That's why we haven't had a show in 2.5 weeks.
At least,
did NFT NYC last minute, and then last minute from that decided to do Portugal, but I didn't have my passport, so I had to fly back to Nashville just to get my passport.
Yeah, they pretty much convinced you to go to Portugal in New York, all like the homies.
Yep. And I lucked out with like free places to stay, so I just had to get flights. But I flew back for like 16 hours and then flew to Portugal and did that for a week. So now I'm back home and we're back on schedule.
So tell us about Lisbon.
Lisbon was super fun. The Solana guys have way more money than I even imagined.
Guys who work for Solana, or just every project?
Just everything. Everyone into the ecosystem. Like whoever was paying for the conference, those guys are absolutely loaded. There was like an entire square of like 5 or 6 restaurants near the conference, and if you just walked in and said you were with the Solana conference, you just got to eat for free.
Oh, dang.
Eat and drink for free the entire week. They didn't even ask to see passes. They were
What?
just like, "Are you with Solana conference?" We're like, "Yeah, And we just walked because we didn't have passes, so we just walked in, and they just start bringing you dishes out. You don't get to order specific food. They just like bring you stuff out, and you just eat and drink, like free drinks, open bar everywhere you go. Like it was, the amount of money thrown around was absolutely insane, and this was thousands and thousands of people.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So it was cool, and like we went to the Delphi party one night, and it was just like, I mean, I've never seen nerds throw such a rager. It was crazy.
I saw the sign. Wow, the changing sign that y'all were doing that says like.
That was in New York.
Oh yeah,
that was at Marquee. Yeah, shout out to Grug. Yeah, somebody dropped 2 racks on a Grug Teach Me Mev sign. And then I think someone got a They Don't Know sign made. So yeah, that was just interesting. I made a lot of connections and maybe I'm going to be able to swing a job from it. So it was a very good trip. Met a lot of crypto homies.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, shout out to Luke and all those guys. It was super fun. But yeah, I don't know. I'm back and I'm tired, and I don't even know what happened to the market the last 2 weeks. So I don't know what we're going to talk about today. But we'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's been ranging.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty. I mean, I know what's going on today, but like none of us looked at charts for like a week and a half. We just didn't know. We didn't care.
Yeah, everybody kind of longed. There was like the sentiment a week and a half ago was like, oh, Solana long. It's looking really strong.
I think I texted you to long Sol at the very top.
And then someone was like, oh wait, everyone who's doing Sol stuff is in Portugal, not paying attention.
Yeah.
So they're not going to pump the market. They're like, hang on, pause.
Yeah. Did the PayPal announcement happen? Did that ever come? Or am I not?
I don't even.
Okay, well then that didn't happen. There's a PayPal thing happening.
What?
Yeah, PayPal is doing something with Sol, and it was already like confirmed. It was supposed to be announced while we were in Portugal. I don't think that's super alpha. Like that's not like super secret. It's like it was a rumor, but it was like the guy was talking. He's like, no, that's like confirmed. It could also be total bullshit, but
that would be insane if that was.
That's why That's why I texted you to Long Sol that day, because it was like
it's gonna get announced.
This info is supposed to happen the next night, which was the last day of the conference, and then I never heard anything.
I know they partnered with Brave, which is like
I mean that's cool for Brave. That's cool for Brave,
but it's for onboarding purposes. I feel like it's a good. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's all damn with PayPal. Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. Again, we thought this conference was going to be different because we thought everything was going to go up this time, and then it literally did the same thing it always does.
Yeah.
And just
it's going to be different this time.
Slowly trickled down.
Did you go to the conference stuff, or did you just like skip it, hang out with them?
No, we did no conference things. In
fact, I was going to ask, what was the actual conference?
I have no idea. Talks that are free on the internet.
Oh, okay.
All the talks were streamed at the Hacker House, which we could go to for free. And then you could just watched them on the internet later. So I was like, why did anyone pay $1,000 for this ticket? Alice bought a ticket.
Yeah.
Never picked it up.
Oh my God.
He flew all the way out there and just hung out with us. He never picked up his free merch.
Oh,
he never picked up his ticket. He was like, bro, I don't want any of it. Whatever.
Okay.
We just had meetings with people outside of the event, and like
Yeah.
we all still like finagled our way into parties because we
Right.
knew people, and like went to the Sino party, went to the Delphi party, the Drift party, went to a lot of good stuff. Didn't have to spend any money on the conference, and it was all these events were still like free everything. So yeah, that was super good.
They're just
That's how you do
balling out.
conferences. You don't need to actually go to the conference.
They're just expensing stuff. Like
Yep.
they got to expense stuff because they're
Those
doing
guys have
business. They're-
so much money.
There's so much money. They're like, shit, we got to get some of this off the books. Let's
Yeah,
throw
they were renting
a
out literally
party.
castles. Like it was absolutely insane.
Yeah.
And then so there's been a lot of Ohm Fork stuff. We can talk about the Ohm Forks a little bit
been
because
hella Ohm Forks.
because Luke, while we were there, bought is it Invictus?
Invictus.
The Soul Fork.
Yes.
And that's the only thing he like was even paying attention to that week, and it was like doing pretty well while we were there, I think.
Yeah, I
and
think
then there
so.
was a bunch of other Soul stuff a bunch of other Ohm Forks that you have been buying in.
Yeah, there was because Kilma is still doing stuff, and I guess Mark Cuban partnered with Kilma, and they're doing like carbon offset bonds, or
Mm-hmm.
part of their selling point. So everyone's hype on that, and then something rugged. I think one of them rugged.
Really?
0.2 ohm is very low. I got out of that one a while ago. But the AVAX ones, Snowbank is the one that Sats has been all.
You've been in
about.
time longer than
I've been in time a while, and then I got in Snowbank recently. But they're both on AVAX, so I don't know like what the I don't know what the difference is. But they're both.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, one time I got out of Ohm Fork, I panicked and got out, and it kind of went back up and like did a little. It's like I could have played that. This time I like bought the dip on it, and I was like, no, it's Ohm Fork season. I'm believing in it.
I guess. I mean, people keep acting like they're getting rugged on them, but it seems like there's a few that are actually making people a lot of money.
Yeah, because I thought the joke was that Kilma, or I think it's Kilma, rugged, but like it's still going, and I think it just dropped one. Because Ohm did that in the beginning too. Ohm had some like really big drops that everyone was like, oh, it's people taking huge profits.
I mean, there's no way these are
dead.
going to be another Ohm. They're not going to last that. There's no way they last that long, right? Like, there's just not going to happen.
I don't know. Maybe. Because wasn't
I
the
don't
point of Ohm to like change the way that liquidity pools were
I have
structured?
no idea what Ohm is. I bought Ohm, and it made me money, and I kept holding it.
Okay,
And I'm
yeah.
still making money.
All right, well. Yeah.
But I have zero clue what Ohm is. But I guess, yeah, something to do with liquidities, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Because they got a treasury and their bonds, and it's something about controlling liquidity versus like.
I guess the math checks out. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's Ohm Fork season, but it just seems like that's not going to... I mean, that can't be It's just... Ohm.
Seasons are like 4 days. And
Yeah.
So like when I say that, I mean
It's funny, the Invictus one, it was...
Invictus.
So whatever, yeah, that one, the Solana Ohm Fork, you couldn't even stake for the first few days. All you could do is hold the coin, because they broke the site. The site wasn't working, and you couldn't stake anything. So you didn't even know what the APY was going to be. People were just buying the coin in anticipation of it being a working thing.
Oh, dang.
And I think finally you can stake, but it was like the first 3 or 4 days the coin was just going up without any staking, and it was, I don't know, just a really funny.
See, the other one that has been picking up traction is Temple, and that's with the Templar, and that's they like.
Is that with the game?
No, that's Jewel. That's DeFi Kingdom.
God damn it!
That's
Yeah.
DeFi Kingdom. No, Temple is like the fire ritual and the
Yeah.
exclamation point verify. You get in the Discord and you do a bunch of stuff, and that you like get different levels and get verified. And you can burn frax to stake, and I guess it's the same thing to get Temple, and I'm sure it's insanely profitable. But I'm in the Discord for a while, and I'm like, I've done some stuff in there, and I just like I'm not gonna ask them what to do because they're gonna troll me. I think.
I mean, you can just jump in the Grug Hub Discord and ask them.
Be like, hey, how the hell?
They'll teach you how to do it. But yeah, I haven't bought anything new in like a month.
But they're like sticking to like the cult part of it. Like there was something like I couldn't even tell if it was a joke. It's like you gotta do this and then get in the voice chat for 48 hours.
Yeah, people were talking about that, how they were just like trolling their users. Like,
yeah, and so I did, because the verify thing started as a troll, and I figured out how to actually get verified, and then you like do 3 things, and I got some. It was like, you've been granted level 3, whatever. And I'm like, this bot could be set up just to mess with us.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not sitting in a thing for 48 hours.
So you didn't end up buying any?
No,
like,
I couldn't
okay.
figure out how to.
Okay.
I went to the site and it was like, you're not allowed. Like, go here, and you'd click on it, it would bring you to the Discord. So like, you'd have to interact, and then they would grant you verification.
Yeah, they trolled the hell out of you. I don't know how to.
I think I really could have just like DM'd around and asked and been like, guys, I've done a couple things, please.
That's how it seemed in the group chats. It was just people were just like, please, someone help me get in this thing.
Yeah,
like, no one knew how to do it.
I didn't have like
See, that type of shit is why I miss airdrops and like if anything's kind of inconvenient, I just don't do it. So I'm just like
I've gotten
completely
a
turned
little
off
better
from it.
about that since
I gotta
Cope,
get better about
because
it.
Cope was like baseline easy, and then other stuff like the Sybil or whatever, the Sybil attacks when you get airdrop farmed. I was like, I'll do a couple. If I hear anything on the grapevine, I'll throw
I
something.
got the
in there.
ENS airdrop. I finally got an airdrop. Finally, something.
The ENS airdrop.
I accidentally got that one, so that's
Yes.
sick. Oh, and I got some drift thing.
I remember
don't know,
that they
but-
announced it, and you were like, "Oh, that's hilarious!" Because the first thing, obviously, when ENS was announced, it was like, "Oh, BL strikes again."
Yep.
Bob
Oh,
Black said,
poor BL.
never to fade. And then, yeah, that story ended up being a little funky.
Yeah, that's a rough one. That's a
Don't really get the
controversial one.
specifics of it, but it's something about like the way they counted ENS's like length, how
yeah.
long you've had it, and
They had like a sliding bar for how long you've had it if you connected it somehow to something, and then how many were in one wallet.
so it tapered off if you had a lot.
Pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So it was pretty much like he lost like 95% of his tokens.
Yeah, he was.
It was
not.
rough. Like they did it specifically because he was talking shit. So it was the most BL thing ever. It was just like,
Oh my
It was
God.
like never fade BL, and they were just like, well,
Well, we can't.
we can actually do whatever we want.
Yeah.
And like if he'd just kept his mouth shut, I think it would have been okay.
They would have got
But,
a
like,
lot. They wouldn't have. Well, because
it's
he was
rough,
like a
man.
proponent of it. I think other people bought it because.
Yeah, he was just like, I mean, but also he was gonna have so much of the supply.
Yeah.
Like that was.
Oh, and
it
he
would have ruined
He
the
would have been a
token.
menace. They didn't want him to be.
They don't want him in control of that supply.
hand on the wheel.
So I understand both sides of it. I just wish I would have preferred BL to win that battle if he would have just like not said anything.
Yeah.
That loud. But he played the cards right. He was right.
That's
But
the thing. He just called it. Was the.
I think I don't know. I'm not supposed to say. Somebody else played pretty much what BL did, but did it the right way. And they separated them on wallets and all that stuff, and they
okay.
got a shit ton of money. So like that was, and
'Cause I know-
they're like in the same group, and I was just like, oh,
It was either Loma or Nomad was like, "Hey, bro, you like," was kind of shit talking. The fact that BL was shit talking, and he's like, "I got more than you did on way less domains because I like
Yep.
did it the right way or something." I don't.
I mean, I got close to the lowest amount of airdrop you can get, so.
Well, you got the one.
Any amount's good, but yeah, because I bought it literally a month before the snapshot, and it was just one domain, so I got like,
I should.
I think I got like $2,000 airdrop or something.
Mark Cuban got an ENS airdrop.
It's hilarious. Now we got to buy the soul domains.
Oh, we're gonna buy
The
so many,
SNS, yeah.
so many soul domains.
We just separate some wallets and buy a few of them and
We were-
see what we can get.
We were kind of talking about this before. Like, I really want to just wash my hands of ETH completely. As
Yeah.
someone who likes to like move money around because I make sometimes too many moves, and like ETH is where that burns me so bad because I'll make a bad play and try to get out of it in 2 days, 2 or 3 days, and end up spending hundreds of dollars in transaction fees.
So many projects on Soul they just feel like vaporware though. Like I don't know.
That is true.
I don't know many that are actually worth our time.
There's so many more quality things to do on ETH.
Yeah,
that I
and
would
like,
want to.
but it also I think that for me the high fees make me stay put longer in
'Cause it's
things,
being
which
used.
helps. Well, yeah, no, and it's just too expensive to move shit around. So
like accidentally locks
yeah,
yourself
like
into a play.
I'll hold on to things longer because it's like, it's not even worth the fees, and that's benefited me in the past. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's no way ETH is sustainable like this, but I'm whatever on it. I don't really know.
I think it could be. It could just always be the rich person's chain, and if you're playing with over $25,000, it's worth it to use.
Sure, but like yeah, with the NFT space and all that's got to change. Like, there's no way you can be spending like the same amount for an NFT that you're paying for gas. Like, it's just not. That's not sustainable. I think everyone's got to.
Because you got to be able to sell $15 NFTs. Like, that world doesn't quite exist yet.
Yeah, as soon as this hits mainstream, it's going to be. Who were we talking about this with? Sean. I think it was Sean. He brought it up today that he saw some argument on Twitter saying as soon as this hits the mainstream, it's going to be all the blue chip NFTs that take off. And I'm like, bro, no. Like,
No.
Absolutely not, because no one in
nobody
retail
cares
can
about
afford
phones.
those. Well, not even that. No one can afford it. Like,
Yeah.
no one in retail can afford an ape.
Yeah.
Nobody. Deep crypto people can't afford apes. So like, there's no way that when retail hits, it's going to be that direction. It's got to go to the $15 NFTs. Like, it's got to go to the like, just really really cheap like new creators. That's just the direction it has
I
to go.
still don't think, when people say retail, I think that's a telling term. I don't really think it ever happens until there's a product that, 30+% of the country is going to adopt, like
Yeah.
a video game or something.
When I say retail, I mean like, I guess I just mean like people our age, kind of, that are just on Instagram.
I mean like when non-investors buy NFTs.
Yeah.
When it's a necessity to use NFTs
Oh, when you're not-
for gaming.
Yeah.
That's I think
a
why
long
people.
way.
Well, is it? I think I think that's why people talk about it so much, is because it's the first really branch over from like you have complete normies having to use this on a daily, having to interact with a blockchain on a daily basis, which is like you're talking about like it taking over the world.
I think we're going to see a big step in that direction when someone like Activision or a big gaming company announces a partnership or they're absorbing another NFT gaming project. I don't think we're going to see it from these like tiny NFT gaming projects that are popping up. All those games are just trash. Like no one's playing those games.
I don't really
they're all vaporware. Like,
now that I kind of am thinking about it, I think it's circling back to like I don't think we really ever see it until VR becomes mainstream.
Maybe I think what we're going to see is a big announcement from a game like Fortnite saying we're integrating NFTs in this way. I think it's going to be something like that. They're going to have to come correct on a big game platform with a franchise game.
Yeah.
I don't see how you slowly build up.
The way to do it would be like have Microsoft do it. So if
Yes.
Microsoft is linking with you, everything that you buy goes in. We were talking the way to get around.
I'm sure they're doing this.
Because there's a way to solve the gas problem here. Because Axie did it. You can use the Ronin wallet, which is like, I don't know if it's like a
Yeah, I don't know
like
how
a
that works.
subnet of ETH or something.
It's
but
not like
ETH
a layer
over-
2, right? It's not
No,
like that.
not really. But it's a side chain or something. But you bridge your ETH over and you pay like the fee once, but then interacting in the Ronin wallet's super cheap.
Yeah.
So Microsoft or somebody would implement a wallet like that, and then that would be your way to log in other places. It'd have other benefits in that way.
I mean, that's my prediction. I think that's what we'll see. I think we'll see someone like whatever the next generation of Xbox is, the games that come out on that will more heavily feature NFTs, or at least some feature of NFTs in the game, where there just be skins. Because we were talking about that today too. Like, you can't just make every game pay to win.
Yeah.
Like, you have to just make it aesthetics.
But make it like, okay, so you play Super Smash
Unless
Bros.
it's like RPGs or something.
Yeah. On some you can, and on RPGs you can absolutely make that, and especially like gacha games where you try to draw packs and like hit big wins.
Even that's a little ugh. But
I'm saying it's like people spend money on these things, which surprises me. But think about here's the example that kind of popped in my head. It's like, imagine you play Super Smash Bros. And you get good and you like make Elite Smash. And it's like, cool, you get a spin to win bonus level of a skin, and like there's only 100 golden Marios. But if you unlock the golden Mario, you can either keep it or you sell it. Like, it's literally goes to the marketplace where you can sell it not just for like other in-game currencies, you can sell it for like actual money.
Oh, I think something like that'll happen for sure. There's ways to make that work, but like, yeah, it's gonna be something on that level. There's no way these like, even Axie is like such a trash game, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not a good game.
No,
the only reason it's so successful is because it's making people money that need the money. And it's profitable, but it's like, bro, that's not a good game.
Well, no,
like,
I meant profitable to play. Like, if the
Sure,
play to
yeah.
earn feature worked.
I mean, if you have 12 hours a day.
Yeah, but that was the first like real breakthrough on play to earn.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
It deserves its spot as the
This
leader.
is like, there's no way to avoid this like progression, but in my head I'm just like, dude, retail's not going to play Axie Infinity.
No.
These games are awful. Like,
No.
like, people barely like new games that come out
But
that are
like
perfected.
Farmville is a dumb game, but millions of people
Sure,
played that
I
stuff.
guess.
You can make a simple game that's
you're
brilliant.
right.
But you would need someone needs to be really smart about it.
Yeah, I guess Candy Crush worked. Like,
Yeah, there's examples of that can catch on if you do it right, but it's so hard to predict, and you just get.
yeah, I think we're gonna see it from the other end first pick up steam. Like, we're gonna see a big partnership with a big gaming company that puts it in their like platform games.
Yeah, I think the closest one that we've talked about has been Illuvium, because they have the Twitch. One of the guys who worked high up in Twitch, and then one of the guys who worked high up in Riot. Mm-hmm. I think Riot or Epic. And so it's like, okay, you're getting people from the video game world, but yeah, you need the money. Like, Activision makes bad games still.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
you can't even trust that a company that doesn't do video games for a living is going to make a decent video game.
People that have worked on like the Halo franchise their entire lives still make mistakes when they're making new Halo games.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, there's no way I'm going to trust someone in the crypto space just making a cash grab video game.
See,
it's
that's
just not going to happen.
That's why it's got to kind of be simple, like a Bejeweled thing. But yeah, I playing
To me,
playing
it's
a
all
game.
just pumponomics to me. None of the shit's real. Like, no, it's not actually providing value.
See, yeah, actually, I kind of agree. 'Cause
Like, it's just a
playing-
buzzword. Like, a game is a buzzword.
Playing like slightly competitive game, like a fighting game that gets updated often. Every time it gets updated, everybody plays it, and the internet's like, do these people know how to play their own game?
See, that's why you need a DAO for that type of stuff.
You see,
like a fighter's DAO.
Yeah, holy shit, that would be
that type of
hilarious.
stuff is like, I mean, to be honest,
Make
that's like
Bardock's jab.
I mean, Parallel has a DAO and they don't have a game yet. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's true.
I think that's how you fix those kind of things.
You
but
could. I would be so interested to see what that does to the general feel of all products.
I
Does
think
that like
I
middle?
think it's healthy.
You would hope, right? It would be the actual best expression of itself.
As long as you can prevent few people holding major positions in the DAO. Yeah, I don't know how that.
It would just reflect the personality of its.
Sure.
So right now it'd be like shooters and dude games.
So like there's a place crypto kind of works with games. I don't know. Right now I feel like we're in the transition period that we need to be in, but it's all pumponomics. None of these games are anything interesting to me at all. Like no one's playing these games. They're just saying that the game exists.
Yeah.
Like no one's actually
Honestly,
playing them.
real video games are kind of pumponomics. They're announcing shit and canceling it all the time just to try to like draw
Yeah,
buzz.
but people put hours into real video games.
Yeah, it's true. The work
no one's
there.
putting hours into crypto video games.
It's a different league.
It's
yeah,
weird.
I do think it's bound to happen within the next couple of years. A big partnership is announced. Everything pumps. Maybe a good game gets made out of it, but
or at least just all. I think all it takes is like one game like Fortnite integrating NFTs in the right way to not make it play to win, but still make it fun and introduce people to the blockchain or introduce people to crypto in some form.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be the way it goes at some point. I mean, I think it'll happen sooner than we think. Probably in the next couple of years. I think it'll be a huge deal. But yeah, we'll see. What else has been going on other than game stuff?
We already talked about Parallel.
Yeah, we talked about Parallel last. I mean, only thing we can talk about more is that it's gone down more since we talked about it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's gone down more. I do think it's partly what we talked about, that like everyone's in profit. So when we were like, we're mad that we're only in profit a little bit.
I mean, not even a little bit.
A good amount. So everything is still just like selling, and like the supply demand effect is just like, well, that was obvious. What's crazy is that the Pack 1 SEs, like the floor I was sweeping, I just was like, oh, surely SEs are going to do better because they're going to have a game purpose. And I was like, oh, the game is so further.
But not many people really, Like,
no, that's
one's
not how
thinking.
people were
I
thinking.
think that's a good longer-term investment for sure.
So I'm just, now I'm just like, guess I'm holding for the game.
Well, or just to stake tokens. Like, to be completely honest, I think once the token thing gets announced officially, like, that'll pump a lot.
Yeah, please Prime. Okay, let's talk about Jewel. DeFi Kingdoms.
Sure. I'm very angry at that.
Somebody posted, it was either Big D or DCF, posted that the FDV, the fully diluted value of Jewel, is 81% of the entire chain that it's on. So that the fully diluted value, like if the market cap was fully diluted out, like all the coins were released, compared to like. Pretty much, Jewel takes up 81% of the entire Harmony network. Not like by space, but like by dollars. So that's all
great.
And the person who tweeted it was like, "Please Prime token, please, please." Like, do you see what it's doing? People like it. It's not even really a game. Like what I've done so far, it's really just moving around a map. There's stuff to do with like there's a game aspect with the heroes.
Yeah, and there's like good music in the background. And
there's calming music in the background. And it's fun and it. Yeah,
it's not like a play to earn thing, right? It's just
not yet.
It's literally just DeFi stuff.
It's there's no staking in it yet, but what they're gonna do is they're going to there's no staking of like the heroes, like the card. I'm pretty sure there's like liquidity pools and stuff. It's just an AMM or a DEX and an AMM.
Yeah.
No, but what they're gonna do is they have all their heroes and like different stats, and you can buy good ones with Jewel, and they're gonna fork over to all the different other chains. They're gonna say they're gonna move like as it's easiest and cheapest to do so. So like AVAX probably soon, and then heroes that you buy on that ecosystem have like specific stats to their chain. So if you want to use, you can move them from different chains, but they'll like ones bought on certain chains are gonna have certain characteristics when you battle them.
Field power bonuses.
Yeah, so you want to get in there and move to other chains, but still use Jewel to buy them on different networks, and then like pool all your stuff. So they're encouraging people to use their stuff on different chains.
We have created such a web of Ponzi's.
And I was like, what a good idea. Oh, I know.
Dude, none of this is real.
No,
this is so not real.
What is it?
There's like 3 real things in this entire space.
It's just moving.
It's just all Ponzi's. It's so good.
Let's all put our money in a pool. And
I'll do it. Yeah.
Who takes their hand away?
Me. I will lead first. Man, that is awesome. I'm just mad at it. Everyone I trust shielded me Jewel way before it came out, and I was just like, my head was just not in like a buying new shit space. So I just didn't listen to it. Now I'm, of course, hate myself, but whatever. Like, I've just
I got
been
in
like
late, and
sinking
it's-
stuff into Ohm.
It's still working. It's
Yeah. So let's do just a quick market overview before we do long and shorts and stuff. What are we looking at right now?
Everything has rebounded since we
Oh,
talked.
we don't look terrible.
So we're back over 60. We've been bouncing between
yeah.
we did the 63 to like 59 nuke, quote unquote nuke, or I don't know if that was.
I mean, yeah. What a week out? We're still.
Everything dropped a little bit.
Oh,
But then 60, Bitcoin at 60. Rainy, my goodness, rainy. This most recent run went from like 6 cents to 21 cents. Just absolutely going Chad mode. It's hanging around 12 right now, establishing some sort of support, let's say, and I'm going to buy a bunch more probably.
Everyone I know is in rainy but me now. I just sold out too early.
I love it. RVP is lagging behind.
And
we made
RVP. I sold both.
We made that. Yeah, RVP isn't quite much up from there.
I still never fully knew what RVP even did, but I just trusted Sean.
Yeah, I don't think they.
I don't know if they do anything.
VGX being listed on Coinbase.
Great.
Shout out,
Thanks,
shout out
Rick
to Fox.
Fox. Yeah,
shout
thank
out
you,
to Fox
Ross.
on that one.
That's doing well. Yeah, I mean, I wish Ohm would go back up, but also I don't really care because
it was at like 720. It's
as long
at
as
780 now.
As long as the APY sticks out and it eventually goes back up, I'm happy.
They lost a couple $100 million out of the stake. People sold out for sure, But
it's still like 8. It's still like 8K.
I bought this dip Ohm hard.
Good.
This Ohm dip.
I think that'll be a very good decision, at least in the next 3 months.
I still don't think the party's over.
No, it is not. I mean, no. I did too many people I trust in like kind of the tech space are into Ohm now, and they're not going to be the ones buying the top. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
So
Peter Thiel or whatever.
Did he get in on it?
Somebody.
Tim Ferriss did.
Tim Ferriss,
like
that's
that.
what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
But like Tim Ferriss is like as corny as corny as his brand has kind of become in some ways. He's a very good value investor, and he does not take L's. So like when it comes to his actual investing, that man doesn't take L's ever. So the fact that he's in Ohm now, I kind of think that gives us a little runway.
Yeah.
And as corny as that is, it feels toppy, but it's like, nah, Tim's a different like, just a different brain. Yeah. So I think that's fine. I think we have until the end of the bull run for Ohm, at least. I mean, I'll pull out. Yeah, we have a kind of goals for it, but it's.
I go back and forth so much on if I think everything's just going to absolutely explode in the next couple months.
I don't think it can.
Implode, I mean, like die.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't think it completely. I mean, we talked about that a lot in Portugal. Is like everyone is like very much set on like, the bear market's coming. Like, it is what it is. Everyone's winding down their projects and everyone's like taking their profits and stuff. But at the same time, everyone's like, this is not going to be a 70% nuke like it was, 4 years ago. So that makes me feel a little better because I'm not really. I'll take some profits, but I'm not really selling much. A lot of the things I have, I'm pretty high conviction on.
I still think that I'm just going to play in alts.
Yep.
in the whole time.
Yep. I think there'll be
Twitter
way more of a market for that this time too. There's too much money floating around. Like
so much stuff going on.
The Ponzi's will not stop this time. It'll just be way less, and we're plugged in enough now to know how to play it. I think, but I don't know. It'll be fun. I'm not scared of this bear market at all, especially if like we kind of know where to put the money a year ahead of time next time.
Yeah, we kind of came to the realization that this was not the retirement cycle for us.
Because we like chopped our own legs out from under us on the last one by just like leaving. Yeah. If we had suffered through it, but now I mean it's so obvious now this isn't going anywhere. There's just no way you can leave at this point. And now you can't leave at this point.
Back then I had like 2 of the accounts that I followed in crypto I still follow now. I follow like 300+ people that I'm like, I really want to watch this dude's every day. Now I just know where to look now.
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah. We have a lot more trusted voices in the space. Last time it was a little bit more speculative, which it still is now, but we're just a lot. Yeah. I mean, our conviction is like pretty much at 110% at this point with crypto.
You just learn certain people's personality and what kind of stuff they get in, and it's like, oh, this type of person's gonna kind of tell you easy or tell you pretty early.
Yes.
Just because they want to be like, I tried to tell you, motherfucker. I tried to tell you.
There's a few people, even with big followings, that are just gems for early, like Z and people like that.
Yeah.
Like,
and then
they always are right.
And then honestly, if you just followed Kaleo and Rookie, even
2
more
of the
so
biggest
Kaleo,
accounts. Like,
and if you just followed their like when they post a really obvious call, sure, it's well above 50%.
I mean, the problem there is you have to have the capital for it to matter. That's why you got to follow people like Z to get the really early calls.
For sure.
Because Kaleo and Rookie are not making like altcoin early calls.
No. They're
doing
doing
trades.
Big stuff,
but people like Z, if you're smart and you can like really sift through the weeds, you can find the early calls on crypto Twitter now. And I think we're in the golden era of that for right now. if you know where to look.
So many chains.
Yeah, the chain thing came out of nowhere to me. I don't like this
So
many.
many
Like
little ones.
it just exploded.
So many.
So
AVAX, we didn't really talk about that. AVAX has been going ham sandwich. It's at like 105. Just going.
I'm still never touched that ecosystem. I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like as soon as I do, that's when it'll be the top. So we'll see. I'll let you guys have fun for a little while before I buy it.
I never believed in Trader Joe. I just got in the ohms.
Yep.
but
Yep.
Shall we?
Yeah, I'm pretty tired. Should we just do some long and shorts?
Let's do it.
I'm very tired. I think I start this week.
Do it.
Are you longer or shorter ETH Sol on a 5-year timetable?
We just talked about this, didn't we?
Yeah. I mean, we talked about it, but we didn't like.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't talk about like price wise.
How long
And I mean price from that from
percentage
here, like
percentage gain?
because it feels like an easy answer, but also I feel like it might not be.
Because I don't know how much Sol has to gain on ETH. What's the?
Because I'm thinking where institution's going to go, and now I'm almost backtracking on what I would have said. Because a lot of institutions are really bullish on Sol. It feels like
I was gonna say Sol. 60.
I feel like Sol's the easy answer, and ETH would be the like.
Sol can still 9x from here, and then it will be at Ethereum's market cap.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think deserves. I mean, it's not 1/9. It's probably closer to 1/3.
Sure.
So that still gives it. That gives it a lot of. It's like 2 to 3x from there.
Yeah, I know a lot of still ETH bullish people that are like ETH is going to fucking go crazy, at some point, and I just don't know if that's true because I just don't know if it's. Even
I would, if you said
practical.
1 year, I would say Sol for sure.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to extend
In
it a little
5
bit
years,
more.
I kind of want to.
I would lean towards ETH just because my instinct says that.
Man, me too.
But it's also almost too easy not to say Sol.
cool because that's like our thesis, right? Our thesis is like, if
don't
you
have a
don't know
thesis.
what's going on, if you don't know what's going on, go back in ETH and Bitcoin and just
Yeah.
kinda
Yes.
chill.
Exactly. Yes. I feel like a lot of people are like. I feel like ETH is finally becoming that like solidified position of like, yeah, you just buy Bitcoin and ETH. Sol's not there all the way yet.
I've been starting to tell people to
Maybe it will be.
buy all of them.
Yeah, I think the easy answer is Sol. My gut says ETH.
My
But we'll see.
brother showed up at the bar. We were watching football. Pulls out his phone, has the FTX app loaded up with a couple $100 in there, and I was like, "Ooh!" And he like didn't turn on the interest staking thing, and I was like, "No, you got to get your 8%." And he's
Well, I'm
like, "Oh,
glad he's-
dude, thanks so much."
I'm glad he's like got his head out of his ass about crypto now. Every
Yeah,
time I
yeah.
talk to him, he used to be like, "It's going to zero."
Oh,
It's
jeez.
like, dude, come
Yeah,
on, it's all right.
He seemed to do. He was doing really good.
That's good. I'm glad he's on board.
Yes, it was cool. And he was like, "I've already made like." It's like I put like $300 in. I already made like $50.
Nice.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yep.
And then my mom, I guess, made a couple $100.
Nice.
I was talking, like, talking to him. Was like, I'm crypto god.
We're creating wealth. Look at that.
Crypto god. Yep, just trying to get him on board.
I don't really care if my family gets on board or not. They're all like traditional retirement accounts. They're fine.
Because I want them to get to the point where,
They're not going to make.
they're
life
always
change
like,
wealth in
hey,
it.
can I just give you some money to make me money? And I'm like, no, it's not how.
I don't want to do that.
It's not how it works. I'm moving and shaking way
I
too
could
much. I can't
easily
track.
lose all of it.
But if I get them to believe that ETH Bitcoin is like a good long-term investment, even if it is really volatile,
Mm-hmm.
then I could be like, then let's go in a Badger pool. Everybody pool me a bunch of money.
See, I've stopped even doing that because even 2 or 3 days ago, someone texted me and was like, "Hey, should I be worried about this drop to 59? Should I sell everything?" And I was like, "Bro, you like, please do not text me about this kind of stuff if you're gonna like start buying crypto. Like, you have to just eat these dips. Like
Yeah.
you have to just suffer through it." So I'm just not ready to even deal with that. Like, no one's used to these drawdowns, so it's just not worth it to me. But I mean, that's good that they're making money. We'll see how they react when everything goes down 40%. But
Yeah, that'll
be
be
a
fun.
funny.
I was
That'll
like,
be a fun
hopefully got some cash to the side, buy more.
But yeah. What's your
You
first
probably
one?
would actually. Okay, so in the metaverse wars, in the theoretical metaverse wars, who do you think makes a bigger impact over the pretty long term? Let's say 5 years again. Meta, which is new Facebook crap, or Roblox?
I mean, it's like true value add. Like I have to say Roblox. Because I don't think Meta's actually gonna. I think this is gonna be a brand. I don't think they're actually gonna do much, because no one's gonna use their stupid VR spaces. No one's gonna no one's going to do that shit. And if they are, it's like just the boomers that are still on Facebook. So I think actual, like, maybe no one will see it because Roblox is like a kind of an underground thing, even though it's very popular.
Yeah.
I think actual like the most plus EV thing there is Roblox for sure.
I think it's a good way to put it. It's almost like Google Plus when it was like, ooh, Google is putting out a Facebook.
Oh, was that the social
network? And it's like, oh, it's going to be really popular.
Dude,
and they like
was
made
ass.
people sign up for it, and it still failed. So like just because a big company is sticking their neck out in one of
It was
like
a
the
branding
emerging market doesn't mean it's going to be successful. Yeah, I don't think anyone wants to use Zuckerberg's stupid shit.
No one actually tuned into the metaverse wants anything to do with Facebook.
And
I'm
Roblox
sorry.
is like a creation, is like a sandbox for creation.
It's literally like it's perfect for the metaverse.
And when the Meta stuff was announced, Roblox went up like 60% a day, like a boomer stock. I checked my thing and I was like, oh my god, I'm up a bunch. Like I forgot this was how like real stocks do this too.
Yeah, dude. No one of any importance to the metaverse is going to even touch Meta.
No,
I'm sorry, they're just not going to do it.
I think people are going to start building accidentally dope games on there. Because what better way to get like an NFT in? Because you're talking about like we were talking earlier, Activision, somebody like that partnering. What if you just get a 13-year-old who builds a game and he thinks of it on the blockchain because of course he does. That's how he just naturally thinks about it. So he just builds a game that happens to be on the blockchain, and it's like, oh, there you go. That kid just bridged the worlds accidentally.
That's where it'll be this next generation that grew up only blockchain that this is going to do shit like that.
Yeah, like why wouldn't I do it on this?
Yep, I like that. Fuck Meta. Long or short, this one's almost too easy. I guess I'm just hoping there's an announcement, so maybe there'll be some sway to this. The parallel floor after the third pack drop. If you have any indication of what you think will happen then. Because right now it's about as low as you can go.
I mean, I feel like it's got to go lower because why would it go up?
But I guess in my head, when I structured that question, I was like, do you think there's going to be some kind of game announcement around the third pack drop that's going to make this an actual bullish project?
Okay, because it's got it, right?
And the Prime token will be out in December. Like,
when's the third pack drops in December?
It's in January. So in my head, I didn't structure the question right, but like with all the supposed things supposed to come out, like you think we're finally going to see...
The Prime token should pump everything a ton.
Okay. That's what I'm thinking, but also...
And then I wonder about the...
Like, will the token just pump and the card's not? Like, I don't know how that's going to... What the dynamics are going to be.
I kind of think that's how it's actually...
How are the tokens even used in the game even? Like, I don't know.
I don't know, but it's governance. It's not like... Because it's like Axie does AXS, which is the governance token, and then SLP is like the in-game reward token.
Okay.
So Prime is going to be the governance thing.
So we just need to be dumping everything into Prime tokens as soon as
we
they
need
drop.
to stake all of our stuff. God, we're going to have to pay gas per card.
What?
That's how the rainy stuff. Like I was trying to stake my rainy cards because they released Photon, Lords of Light. So you get Photon.
That's ridiculous.
It's only like 3 weeks of staking. So I was like, well, shit, I'm gonna do all I can. I tried to stake all 61 of my cards and it was like $4,200 in gas.
Jesus.
I was like, oh, sick.
No.
And so I only did 4 and it was like $250 or whatever. I was like, oh.
That's still
God.
No, dude. I'm not. See, I didn't even think about.
So
that.
if that's how they do it, that's the thing. I think they know they need to do like some off-chain stuff because that's how they did the reservation system.
Maybe they've got a lot of good devs on it. Maybe they'll figure it out.
They got around the gas. They didn't want a gas war with the second pack drop. That seemed like it was almost like a test of their system, and everyone just expected the prices to shoot up. And they're like, oh, we didn't really even think to like.
I mean, they don't care. Cool. Like they're making so much money, it doesn't matter.
They don't fucking care, you're right. Jesus, yeah, 10% off every single sale.
And off after the initial, dude. They are absolutely loaded.
They are. It's so true.
Like they are. They don't. But also they're playing the long game, and if the game is good, then they're right. Like they're playing it exactly how you should play it. They just got to make sure the game's good.
Yep.
So I mean, I'm still very bullish on the entire universe.
You gotta think that some of the people, like some of the big names we know that are like hoarding Prime keys, are just gonna dump. Just gonna absolutely
burn for their Prime tokens and then
rain it from the sky.
Like, I mean, I absolutely would.
Absolutely is gonna rain down.
Yeah, I mean that's why I sold my key. I was like, I don't know, man. This is like, I mean, I could hold out for the Prime token in a month and a half, but like I need the money, and like that feels like a real dumpy moment.
That's life changing money.
Yeah, that felt real dumpy to me. But so far, even since I sold, it's only gone down like half an ETH, so it's good. It's still holding steady. Okay. But okay, we'll see what happens though. I was just curious because I really am kind of expecting more of a little bit of a nuke, but
me too.
I'm hoping the token changes.
Yeah,
things.
the supply. There's just so much supply.
I hope they just announce something about the game.
Please.
And the game, and it's
so good. They're announcing. They're slowly releasing like what the cards do. So they have the game because it's like heal the units by 2 points, and you're like, okay, well there's a.
I mean, I can write that.
I know, but like if they know the distribution of points and health, that means they have the game pretty much done.
I feel like if we'd been listening to the podcast, we'd understand more too. I think they drop more hints there because the team is like I can't, but the team is very like half the team is very good game developers. They come from a game developing background, like actual games.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's potential there. I think we'll be fine. But
Okay.
oh wait, your turn.
It's my second. Yeah. A year from now. No. 3 months from now, percentage-wise, long or short. AVAX versus Soul.
Soul.
Okay. What about 2 weeks?
AVAX, sure.
Okay.
It's still dude.
I feel like
Sats is not done. Sats
No,
start
that's
is
true.
not done.
Yeah. I feel like Solana's gonna have like a big catch-up moment. Though.
Yep. No, I do, but
Yeah,
not in 2 weeks.
Somebody pointed out.
I think Soul's gonna explode before this bull runs over.
I think so too. AVAX hit like 94, and someone's like, "I'm long in AVAX here because once a token like this breaks 100, like it's a meme, it never stops at 100. It always goes like." So he's like, "I'm seeing like 109 here, and then I'm getting and did the exact same. Went like right to 104."
I just don't know what. There's no long-term thesis on AVAX, is there? Like maybe there is, and I'm just
easy
stupid.
to build on, and it's cheap and it's fast. Isn't that what they all say?
I mean, sure.
I think like part of like the it's fast argument, because I saw someone tweet that in like sarcastic lettering, and I was like, maybe part of the it's fast argument is that we need a lot of chains to keep the.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
keep the
only because
traffic.
there's less people on it.
So yeah, I'll use Harmony and Secret and BSC and Arbitrum.
I don't want to.
I want to if I can send it easily. I don't want to
Sure,
bridge.
yeah.
I want to get on KuCoin and send to. Okay, by the way, Coinbase sends to like 9 wallets.
Yes,
I did not know that.
KuCoin's like a lifesaver. That's how I got on the Moon River was KuCoin.
Yes.
People, dude, that's the most underrated exchange. They're
People
they're
salute.
non KYC.
They are.
And you could do a lot of shit on there. And they've been the GOAT since 2017. They're slept on.
They're super good.
I need to buy more K whatever.
KCS. Their token has been mooning. It's still like a 24.
I've sold a lot of mine, but it's like, dude,
God, we had KCS when it was under $1. Like,
dude, we were KuCoin Chads in 2017.
that shit was so funny.
I loved that. I still love that exchange.
It's amazing.
And it's just
They have so many coins.
I mean, their customer service is ass, but like
That's fine.
they're
Pretty
great,
good.
Great exchange.
Let us earn our way back into our accounts. So.
All right. Last one. Are you longer? All right. So preface this. You know the NBA rule change. You can't draw fouls anymore. Like the whole.
We can't do the
like,
pump fake thing.
Can't do like the draw people into like the Harden. How Harden used to do. And
The
like,
Chauncey Billups is what that's called.
yeah, but it was like a Harden and
Yeah. What
and
did?
who else rule?
Is it an offensive foul now?
Yes. If you
Wow.
draw, I'm pretty. No. I take that back. It's not an offensive foul.
They have to
I
call
think if it's real
something.
serious. No, they don't.
To travel.
No, it's if you pump it and they jump into you, they just let it go. If you shoot it, whatever, like they hit you, it's fine. Nothing called. I think if it's very blatant, I think it can be an offensive foul, but for the most part, it's a no call. So, with that being said,
So it's gonna be. They're gonna do the jumping forward. They're gonna say that if they jump, because if you pump and they jump into you, that's a foul. But if you jump, they pump, and you jump into their chest.
yeah, that's a no call.
So
they're doing no calls there.
They're gonna do okay.
No,
okay,
not gonna. They've been doing it since the beginning of the season.
Okay, you know what? That's fine.
Which is where I'm getting with this. Harden's been playing like trash all season. Dude, I know you haven't been paying attention. Dude, Harden is like a shell of his former self right now.
That's how Manu would be.
He's slowly getting used to it, but I was going to say, long or short, Harden ever being back
Short.
to anything close to himself.
I don't.
His whole game was fouls.
His whole game is predicated on being a ball hog and stuff like that. Like he's not.
And just drawing fouls that you can't draw anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just very bizarre. Like not only do they lose Kyrie to all the weird stuff he's doing, but like Harden's half of himself
and
now.
KD's like, oh, I thought I
that
was
team
like
just
escaping.
imploded itself.
I thought because I was mean or Draymond was mean to me, I could go escape to another super team.
No,
and now
the Warriors are the best team in
falling
the NBA
apart.
again.
Oh,
See,
sorry, buddy.
So yeah, long or short on Harden's career, pretty much at
Short,
this point. Yeah,
short, so short.
yeah, he's never gonna get a chip.
Not a fan. Him and
not
Russ.
really a Harden
I used to
fan.
love Harden when it was
And he had beef with Lil B.
when it was the three of them. When it was KD, Russ, and Harden all in the Thunder. I was like, get rid of Russ because Harden and KD would work great together because Harden's more of a point guard, and they completely screwed themselves over.
Yeah, and Kyrie's just not a good team player either, so it's just like, that
Kyrie
doesn't work at
is-
all. He's a goof.
Hella goof.
But what's your
And LeBron's so annoying now. Man, basketball kind of sucks. The Warriors
No,
are the
the Warriors
only,
are great now.
The Warriors are the only good thing about
and the Bulls are
basketball.
good again.
Bulls are good. Isn't Derrick Rose? No, Derrick Rose is playing though.
No.
He's playing pretty
They got
well.
like Lonzo Ball and two other guys, and
Oh, that's
they're
right.
doing well. And then some other random teams are doing really really well too. I'd have to look, but yeah, the Warriors are just so fun to watch again. It's great, and Clay's not even back, so
Damn.
and Wiseman's not back.
Damn.
So yeah, we got to, and they're best team in the league, so pump it. What's your last one?
My last one is long or short: ping pong or badminton.
Ping pong, long.
No, badminton's so
No,
good.
badminton feels like a game doesn't work.
Wow.
Like, you know what I mean? It just feels like
Because you swing it really hard and the
they
birdie
just go
goes really
far.
slow.
Yeah, no, it feels like a game you buy at Walmart.
It is a game you buy at Walmart. That's what's so good about it.
That's
It's
what
so
I'm
easy.
saying. You hate Walmart.
I would hate buying badminton from Walmart because I assume it would be a cheap set.
Every time
would
I
get.
play badminton, it feels like it doesn't work. That's just in my head.
Yeah, okay, yeah. If you get cheap badminton sets, yes. But like gym class
badminton sets? Yeah. I mean,
yeah, where the birdie gets stuck in the racket, but like playing badminton in middle school was some of like
but you can't
my
get cheap ping
favorite.
pong. It all works. It's just ping pong.
You can get cheap ping pong, but it still does work. You're correct. A ping pong table is you
I thought
cannot
you'd be longer on ping pong.
you cannot get a cheap ping pong table.
Yeah, it's just a table.
Yeah, you'd have to get a fake table, but that's not ping. Badminton is slept on. I can play ping pong easier. I wish there was easier ways for me to play badminton.
If it worked, maybe. You just need a tiny. Yeah, I guess whatever.
And you
I'd
deal
rather
with
just play volleyball at that
You
point.
deal with the wind. That's a fair point.
Yeah, the wind sucks.
Yeah, it really does.
I'd rather just play tennis or volleyball. But yeah, longer on ping pong. Now we have 2 beer pong tables in the house. So
We do.
We can go play around on those.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, that was good. We're super sleepy, or I'm super sleepy this week. Well, we are actually for real this time not going to skip next week. And yeah.
Well, because Thanksgiving's this week.
I don't know.
No, Thanksgiving's next week.
Is it already that month?
Yeah, so we got to do early.
Jesus.
We got to do early next week.
I'm gonna be old next month.
Oh fuck yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna be 28.
Cool. And then we'll y'all have a good. Well, we'll talk to you before the holiday, so we'll be good.
Yes, it's yeah, we'll do next Tuesday. So.
Yep. Beautiful.
Alrighty. Well, see you in 6 days.
Adios.
Peace.
Big thanks to our sponsor over at CryptoCandies.io. Head on over to their website and check out their selection. They're always adding super dope and unique new crypto-themed designs, and we greatly appreciate their support.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of Crypto Dojo. If you enjoyed it, be sure to rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, follow on Spotify, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And feel free to hit us up on Twitter and IG at Crypto Dojo Pod. We'd love to hear from you.